What is up, my fellow Chibits? As always, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly Chibit questions. I want to be answering a bunch of questions you've all have asked me this Wednesday, and so, let us begin. What were your top 5 moments from Spring of Anime 2017? Now I want to use some of the same series in any order, okay? So to get the easy ones out of the way, Todoroki vs. Izuku, Stain's introduction, let's see here. Attack on Titan's episode. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, let's just say Attack on Titan's final episode. The final episode of the season. There was some really good moments in that. I don't want to dive in too deep because I don't want to spoil if anyone hasn't caught up yet. Number 4. Let's see. The King's Avatar. I really like the actual boss. You know, the raid boss that the main male character was, you know, beat the shit out of, grabbed him by the face and slammed him up against the wall. I was a big fan of that, so definitely that was one of my favorite moments when it comes to top 5. And then, let's see, another great moment. Recreators, episode, I think 2? It's when the final boss is introduced, like the final boss character, he's introduced, and he's like, why does everybody in your world always talk or introduce themselves, you know, can we just fight? I really like that character quite a bit, so I think those are my top 5 favorite moments of Spring of Anime 2017. If we started a Get Chibi a Girlfriend campaign, would you be down? Oh my god, what? I'm just curious exactly what you would do. I mean, I want to know the details. What do you mean Get Chibi a Girlfriend campaign? Like, I would like to know the details here. That's what I want. I want to know the details, exactly what is this campaign really trying to do. I mean, yes, it's trying to supposedly get me a girlfriend, but how would you go about doing something like that? That's what I'm very curious about. Are you a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender? You should check out Voltron Legendary Defender. Okay, so I am a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I haven't seen Korra. I haven't watched Korra. Many have recommended it to me over the past year or so. Many said, Chibi, you need to watch Korra if you do like Avatar: The Last Airbender. But, yeah, I haven't gotten around to watching it. But I do love the original Avatar. Was a big fan of it when it was airing, you know, actually on TV. And it was just very enjoyable. So, yeah, big fan of that. And you're recommending Voltron Legendary Defenders. You're talking about the anime that's on Netflix, right? That was aired on Netflix. Netflix is making like an original or something. I will eventually look into it. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of shows that have been coming out on Netflix, anime-wise, that I'm definitely going to need to dive into and look into and see what I like and what I dislike. So, that is a potential project in the future. Have you ever cried yourself to sleep, except for when a Hamatora season ends? Okay, jokes aside, you want me to be honest. Yeah. A long time ago when I was very young, yes, I did. I mean, I did. I'll be honest. I won't lie to you guys. I did. I mean, many might say, oh, you're a pansy and all that, you know, sitting there crying and stuff or crying to sleep. I mean, I think everybody cries. That's a normal thing. Everybody cries in their lives, so yeah, I have. What do you think of Toru Mutsuki? Well, I think she's crazy, and she is the perfect character to trigger Tumblr fans of Tokyo Ghoul. What is your favorite anime catchphrase? Yada yada does it. With Furuta trying to eliminate all ghouls, why do you think he is doing this while he himself is one? Well, he just wants to watch the world burn. He just wants to see everybody die, and he wants to cause chaos, or he wants to create super peace. I don't know. I mean, the man's, like, basically the Joker, so we don't really know what this man's thinking. I mean, like I said, he might just want the world to just be lit on fire, and he's just laughing it out. Like, he's like, holy shit, this is funny, while everybody is dying, so, I don't know. That's what I'm assuming. He wants everybody to die and suffer. Will you ever go back and watch this season's Tsuki ga Kirei? It is by far one of the best romance series I have seen in a long time. I am watching that. The only reason, though, I am not talking about it or reviewing it is because of the studio it is by, Studio Phil. And I've discussed this already in a previous Chibit questions, but the reason why I'm re-answering this is because this is something that so many ask me constantly this entire season. So just to give anyone that's an update that's a newer Chibit and don't watch the previous Chibit questions, here I'm answering this real quick. The reason why I am not talking about Tsuki ga Kirei is because of copyright reasons. It's like the studio fucked me over a lot in the past, and I'm just not touching, you know, the series in terms of just reviewing it and all that. I mean, I love the series. I've been watching it. It's a great romance. You know what? I completely recommend it. If you want a good romance anime, slice of life romance anime from Spring of Anime 2017, started. And also Saikano as well. You know, Saikano Season 2 is really good too. But, I mean, right now what I'm getting at is just, I'm not going to talk about it. Like, I'm not going to put it in the thumbnail, tags, description, whatever, just because of how touchy that is when it comes to that studio. So, yeah, but it is a very good romance. Best female character in Boku no Hero Academia. Well, if we're talking about my favorite in terms of character development and all of that, I would probably say Ochiko. But if we're just talking about design and everything, or personality, I really love Mei. Now, some of you anime-onlys might already know who that is, but you might not completely understand why I like Mei so much. You'll have to see around chapter 100 of the manga to really understand why I like Mei so much. So, yeah, but that's my favorite character, my favorite personality of a female character from Boku no Hero Academia. Hey Chibi, are you reading any light novels, or do you have any on standby? Well, I am caught up with Overlord. I'm actually waiting for Overlord to finally get updated with a new volume. I recently have been reading SAO once again. I know, many of you are like, what the fuck, Chibi, you reading SAO? Like, that's a fucking shit series. Now, okay, look, the anime is pretty trash, don't get me wrong, but I do like the light novels. Regardless if it's not the best or the most well-written series, I do enjoy SAO's light novel. I do. I have fun reading it, and I've recently been trying to catch back up with it and all that, so yeah, I'm like on volume 13 right now. I'm trying to read through volume 13, and then get to 14 and all of that, so I'm trying to catch up with SAO right now. Serious question, on your first time, you gonna do it inside or outside? Oh my god. Oh. Bro, what is your favorite thing about anime? There's a lot of things about anime that just I really enjoy and it makes me smile, but if there's one thing I truly love about anime, I love it to when I see a really good piece of writing. When I'm sitting down and I see this character, I go through so many issues. Like, you know, let's take ReZero. Since your picture's, you know, related to ReZero, if I'm correct, let's take ReZero for a sec. You know, Subaru. The man went through so much hell in his series and is still going through hell in the light novel and web novel that, I mean, it's just really cool to see a character go through so many issues and then break down to the point to where he just wants to give up, but then come out of it and come out on top. I really like that type of stuff, and it gives me a lot of good emotions, and it actually is very inspiring when you see something like that, seeing someone at the point of no return but try to spin around and try to go back on the proper path. Would you rather be stuck in a room with Torso or Nutcracker for 4 hours? Regardless, either one I'm stuck in the room with, I'm gonna die. That's just a discussion. I'm probably not even gonna last 4 hours. I'll probably die in the first 10 minutes or less. Give or take. I mean, Nutcracker maybe a couple hours. I mean, Nutcracker is into that, you know, that probably S&M, so I don't know. But basically, though, I would still end up dead, regardless of whatever room I'm stuck in, Torso or Nutcracker. I'm dead as hell. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna eat me and kill me and all that, so I'm just dead. So, who would I rather die by? Nutcracker. I mean, she's pretty bae. I'll admit, she's pretty bae, and I mean, I do like her outfit and all of that and her style, so I would say Nutcracker. Have you ever played League of Legends, and what are your thoughts on it? I have played League of Legends. I don't know if I've ever answered this before, maybe in a vlog, but, a long time ago, I did make videos on League of Legends, maybe like 2 or 3. It wasn't that many at all. I don't know if I still have those videos up or not. I might have to check after this video. Like, I might need to check and see if I still have League of Legends videos. I may have them on private or on the list or whatever. I'll have to check. But a long time ago, it was like the first 100 videos I uploaded, it had, you know, League of Legends in it. I was playing a little bit of League of Legends, so yeah, and I wasn't really that good at it, I'll be honest. I was pretty trash, and eventually I found Smite, and I got into that. But, I like League of Legends. It reminded me a lot of Warcraft 3's Dota, you know, how it all started and stuff. And so, yeah, I have no problem with League of Legends. I was just never really good at it when I tried it. Who would win in a cooking competition, Sanji or Gordon Ramsay? Well, I think, honestly, Gordon Ramsay is disqualified, because any man that says that pineapple pizza is bad or shouldn't exist in the first place, I just can't take you too seriously, so I'd have to side with Sanji here. Since you play Pokemon, do you watch PokeTubers like Shofu, Nub Nexus, and Hoodlum Scrafty, plus never watch, Verlicify? I'm probably saying that wrong, please forgive me, I'm probably going brain dead. Verlicify's videos. Why not? Why don't watch his videos? I mean, I'm confused. What's wrong with it? Anyways, though, Numnexus, Hoodlum, Scrafty, and Shofu. No, I don't watch PokeTubers. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest here. The only thing I do is just look up guides on how to, like, probably obtain shinies or something, or a route to get this certain item. That's really all I do. I don't really watch PokeTubers or anything like that. Now, it's not that I dislike them, just I don't go out of my way to watch them. So, yeah. Do you know anything about Kamen Rider or Super Sentai? Yes. Oh, yes. Anyone that doesn't even recognize the name, there's just something wrong with you. Educate yourself, because they're very iconic, and you should honestly know what they are. Even if you haven't watched them, you should know what they are. Where am I? Where are you? What starters are your favorite and least favorite in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Also, what is your favorite Pokemon of all? Okay, so we're just talking about Sun and Moon in general. My favorite starter, I started with Popplio first. I started with Popplio because I saw the final form, which looked like a siren mermaid thing, and I really liked that final form, even though I shifted out, my Popplio, starter Pokemon as soon as I got a Vulpix, so I kind of was like, fuck you, and I just pushed that into my box. But, I would say, overall, and design-wise, if we're talking about first evolutions and stuff, not, the starter Pokemon, not the first evolution or the second evolution, but, the actual basic unevolved form, if we're talking about that, my favorite is Litten. I really like Litten. I just don't like what Litten turns into. Litten turns into, like, a boxing cat on two legs or whatever. I'm not a big fan of that design. And I do like, the owl as well. I mean, the owl's pretty cute. I mean, I do like the final evolved form as well. So, I mean, I'm a fan of that one. If I had to say, I'd probably go with that one over all the others. But I chose Popplio just because of the final form. But, yeah, regardless, though, I have all three starters anyways, because I've been doing a lot of Wonder training, so it doesn't matter. But I would say my favorite is the Grass starter. And my favorite Pokemon of all, it's either Dragonite or Celebi. Those are my two favorite Pokemon. Either one of those two. It's Dragonite or Celebi. Are you liking Pokemon Sun and Moon? Oh, man, we're getting a lot of Pokemon questions today. So, yeah, I'm actually really liking Pokemon Sun and Moon. I mean, I'm still yet to beat it. I'm on the final island right now. I'm, like, going through the cave on, like, the 4th island, and it's been a very fun Pokemon game. I will admit this, that it's been like over a decade since I have played Pokemon, because the last Pokemon game I really played, like really got into and played, was Pearl. And actually playing Pokemon Moon, I'm playing Moon, not Sun, playing Pokemon Moon, you can really see the improvements that Pokemon has done. For instance, Nintendo has really improved upon the formula of Pokemon since when I played it in Pokemon Pearl. I mean, it looks phenomenal. It plays really great. The Pokemon they've added is awesome. I like the fairy types. I like how they use HMs now. I don't have to have, like, entire Pokemon stuffed with HMs and stuff. It just, that shit annoyed me a lot when I was playing Pokemon. And I really like just the change of pace of it, of how there's, like, no gyms, there's trials. I don't know, Pokemon Sun and Moon seems like a really nice step in the right direction for the Pokemon game franchise. And I also do like, the different forms, too, like, different type of forms of the original Gen 1 Pokemon, like Vulpix and stuff. That stuff I do like. So I have really enjoyed Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's been a very fun ride, and I'm glad I started this one over all the other ones, because it feels so refreshing, so new, and I'm definitely going to have to, dive into the other ones eventually, but I'm really enjoying my time with Moon right now. Is there any good anime this season? I only watch My Hero Academia and Dragon Ball Super. Recreators and the others seem all generic. Well, I think you should give Recreators another shot. That's a really good series, one of the best from the season, but if we're not talking about, Recreators or whatever, let's see. I'm assuming you don't watch Attack on Titan? If you're not up to date with Attack on Titan, you need to watch Season 2. Attack on Titan was really good, but, we're not talking about Season 2s or whatever. I recommend Tsukigakure if you like romance. I was talking about that earlier in this video. I recommend Saikano Season 2. Make sure to watch Season 1. Very good series as well. Let's see. Eromanga Sensei is a trash series, but it's fun trash, so I recommend, watching that too. Suka Suka is very good from this season. I mean, there's been a lot of build-up, yes, but it's been a very good series. I recommend Suka Suka. Let's see, Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, it's Season 2. Definitely recommend that as well. That's one of the best series of this season. Would you ever consider being a guest at an anime convention? Oh, hell yes. Oh, yes. I would definitely be a guest at an anime convention if I was given the chance. What are your favorite reincarnation / transfer to another world anime? Oh, instantly what pops in my mind is ReZero and, Konosuba. Those are the two series that pop up on my mind when I think of, reincarnation / transfer to another world. Now, if we're talking about other series, let's see. Other anime. Other anime transfer. The Devil is a Part-Timer? I think that's the name of it. I know it's technically the fantasy world. The guys from the fantasy world come to our world, but that's considered a reincarnation / transfer to another world anime. So I would say Devil is a Part-Timer. I really like that one. That's definitely one of my favorites. Needs a season 2. Like, give me a fucking season 2 already. If not that one, let's see. If we're not talking strictly about anime, I would say Zero no Tsukaima. I think that's how you say it, Zero no Tsukaima? I think that's how you pronounce it. But that's definitely a light novel series I really like. Sucks about the writer, though. May he rest in peace. But, I mean, I would say Zero no Tsukaima. And that's about it. That's like some of my favorites. Could you recommend me some good series to watch this summer? Okay, so on the top of my head, series that I just instantly want to recommend to anyone that wants to watch some good anime series. Now, this is going to be a variety of different genres. They're not going to be the same genre. Let's see. Hunter x Hunter 2011. Instantly something that everybody needs to watch. If you're a fan of anime, you need to watch Hunter x Hunter 2011. Good series. Very good good and long series. Had a very good stopping point for the anime, so I recommend that one. Hunter x Hunter 2011. Yu Yu Hakusho. Also by the same writer that did Hunter x Hunter, but it's a little bit of an older series. It looks old, but it's still a great series. Monster, a very good series as well. Higurashi, it's a horror anime. If you're into horror, I recommend that one. Let's see, Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, recommend those two series. I would recommend if you're watching just the anime, not playing the visual novel, start with Fate Zero and then go into Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, because it's kind of like Ufotable made a continuation with Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works when it came to the anime-wise, but if you want to, play the visual novel is really good for Fate Stay Night. Other series to recommend, let's see, what would be some good series? I've recommended Monster, yeah. I recommended Monster. Steins Gate, yes. Steins Gate. I recommend Steins Gate. Very, very, very good anime series. I completely recommend that. Spice and Wolf. I don't know why it took me that long to say Spice and Wolf. Other series to recommend. I'm trying to think here. Chibi Vampire. Chibi Vampire is a very good one if you want a cutesy, like, romance anime. Another good one. Trying to think here. I'm trying to think of some really good anime here. Black Lagoon. I recommend Black Lagoon. It's a nice, gritty anime series if you want to see that. It's got 2 seasons, FYI. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, another good series I completely recommend as well. There's 4 parts. Wonderful anime series. And let's see, let's give one more. Another good anime series to recommend. One more. Guess ReZero. I'd recommend ReZero. Yeah, give ReZero a shot. If you could have a pet, what kind of pet would it be? What would you name it and why? I would probably have a toucan. Now, FYI, if you don't know what a toucan is, it's a bird. It's a tropical bird. It's the bird with the big, colorful, like, rainbowish looking beak. Really love toucans. They're very beautiful birds. I actually recently discovered this YouTuber that owns a toucan and all that, and just, you get to see the daily life of this toucan, and I know, why am I watching videos like this? It's just very cute and stuff, and I really have always loved that bird, and they're very expensive to own. Like, I think it costs like $5,000 to get the bird alone, so that's a lot of money right then and there. But I mean, I've always wanted a toucan. It's my preferred pet, what I want, and I would probably name it I'd probably name it Sammy, just because of Toucan Sam or something, but I would say Sammy. Going to keep this simple since I'm new to this, but what are your top 5 favorite One Piece moments, if you have any? Top 5 favorite moments, okay? These might be in any order, but I might mix them around when, I'll go back to them. Okay, so, top 5 favorite moments of One Piece. They got me really hyped. Number 5 would be Robin saying, "I want to live." When she was yelling to the Straw Hats, like, "I want to live," and that character development kicked in. That was a very phenomenal moment, especially when Usopp shot down the flag. I really enjoy that moment. So, yeah, that's definitely number 5. Number 4, trying to think of number 4. Number 4 would be the separation of the Straw Hat crew. When they completely separate and, Luffy thinks everybody just died, that was such a amazing moment in this series. I remember crying when I watched the anime because I didn't know what was going to happen. That was such a good part of the series. So definitely that. Number 4 would definitely be when the Straw Hat Crew completely gets separated and Luffy just has to go on his journey alone for a very long time, and then eventually leads him to, you know, what happens to Ace and stuff. But definitely that moment. That's number 4. Number 3, Bon Clay's sacrifice. I think is that how you do it? Bon, like, I think his name is Bon Clay. It's been a long time since I thought about his character. But Bon's sacrifice, when he straight up sacrifices himself for Luffy, and Luffy's like, wait, where are you, and all that, and Bon's like, you know, it's already too late, you gotta go to your brother. Bon sacrifices himself for Luffy. That was a very, very sad moment, because I didn't care a lot about Bon but that moment really concreted him as a really good character, in my opinion, and the way he just sacrificed himself for Luffy to go on with his journey, that was just so good. So definitely number 3 moment for that, like top 3 right there. Number 2, Luffy, tired of the Celestial Dragon shit, and just punches the Celestial Dragon in the face. That moment, oh my god, like, that moment just sent chills up my spine. Like, Luffy's serious face, like, I'm gonna kill you, when he walks up to the Celestial Dragon, it just nails him right in the face. Great-ass moment. That was a really great moment of One Piece, when Luffy just punches the Celestial Dragon. Number 1 would probably be, probably when Whitebeard, this man is just done. Like, he just watched Ace die, and he is just done with Akainu shit. And so he just breaks Akainu in half. Like, he just bends this man over the table. That was a great moment, too. So I'd say that was one of my number 1 favorite moments, is when Akainu just gets wrecked by Whitebeard, because Whitebeard is just so done with this man's bullshit. So yeah, definitely number 1 spot. So yeah, that's my top 5 favorite moments of One Piece. Why did my penis fall off? Where did it go? What? I think you might have necrosis. You might need to go to the doctor and check that out. You could have a similar condition to the character from Brawling Go, so probably should check that out. Whips? Oh yes. So when are you going to do your rap? You must be talking about, you know, the anime man challenging me to a rap. Here's the thing, okay? Look, I'm very honored that Joey would do something like that. That's amazing. But I'm just gonna be completely frank with all of you. I don't know how to rap. Like, I don't know how to rap. Like, I am atrocious. Like, look at my Akka. Like, my Chibit questions. Look at the Akka video I did. Like, you know, when I was rapping the opening song. Look how bad that was. I was just reading lyrics. I don't know how to rap. I have no talent for rapping. So, I'm not even going to make a fool of myself. It'd just be horrible. It wouldn't even probably sound good at all. It'd be, like, just putting nails on a chalkboard and screeching. That's probably how bad it would be. And so, I just don't want to disappoint people by making a video and it's just absolute garbage, because I know that would disappoint a lot of people. So, that's kind of why I haven't done that yet. It's not that I'm embarrassed. It's not that. Like, okay, I'll admit, I'm embarrassed. But that's not the fact that's holding me back. It's just the fact that there's just no way I could probably make a quality rap that would be good and everybody be happy for it. I just don't want to disappoint people. So that's my big thing there. That's why. And I just feel bad I am not good at it and I can't, you know, do a counter rap to what Joey did, because it was pretty fucking good. That video was good. You know what? I recommend go check that out. If you haven't seen, you know, the Anime Man's, you know, rap video he did like last week, go check it out. It's fucking awesome. Have you heard or read the manga Grand Blue? It's a manga that has been recommended to me a lot. Even translators have recommended that series to me. I don't really know what it's about, but I probably should get around to it soon. What is your opinion on the 343 era of Halo games? Good, bad, mixed? Well, I know the community's general, I guess, opinion on the Halo games that 343 has produced. There's a mixing between, like, the campaign and then multiplayer throughout 4 and 5. Personally, I loved Halo 4's campaign, and I loved Halo 5's campaign. Yes, there was a lot of false advertising when it came to Halo 5's campaign, like I thought there was going to be more Master Chief versus Locke, but I mean, overall, I really loved Halo 5's campaign too, because as a person that has read the books of Halo, like read a lot of the books, playing Halo 4 and 5 is some of the best experiences with the campaign I have had because of just the lore. The lore that's in these games are just so good. And so I personally have really enjoyed 4 and 5, but for fans that haven't read the books or don't want to read the books, they're going to be completely lost and not like the campaign of 4 and 5. And at the end of the day, when I play Halo, I'm really not playing it for multiplayer. I'm just going to be completely honest here. I play Halo for the campaign. That's what I've always done. I mean, I play multiplayer quite a bit, but I've always played Halo for the campaign because I love the story. It's one of those things I really got into when I was a kid, and I've always wanted to see the, story continue. So I would say overall, I personally enjoy them. Some of the things, whether there is some problems with some gameplay aspects or whatever, but overall, I have enjoyed 343's take on the Halo games. It just, for people that don't read the books or whatever, don't want to read the books or pick up a book, obviously they're going to think the campaign is shit because they're not going to understand jack shit. So, yeah. The only thing I'd say that was kind of like, could have been done better was probably the Didact in Halo 4. I felt like the Didact could have been handled a little bit better in terms of how he was concluded in the series, and also the Librarian as well, how she was included into the series. So I think those two characters could have been handled a little bit differently, but overall, I was fine with the games. So yeah. What are your phobias? Also been a Chibit since the God Eater reviews. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I'm glad to see you're still around after all of these years. Now, it's been like almost 2 years since God Eater aired. Holy crap. It's been like a year and a half, 2 years now. Damn, it's been a long time. But, anyways, do I have any phobias? I don't really have many phobias. Like, I don't like spiders. Like, I don't like spiders. Like, I don't have a arachnophobia. I think that's what it's called, arachnophobia, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't have that. I just don't like spiders, so it's kind of a mild phobia. If there's anything I don't like falling. Like, I'm fine with heights. Like, I'm fine with being up high. I just don't like the sense of falling. That's a phobia that I definitely have. I just don't like falling. I'm fine with being up high and all that looking down. I just don't like falling. What are some of the happiest moments of your life so far? If we're not counting YouTube, which is the happiest moment I've ever been in my life, besides YouTube, happiest moments, probably when I was a kid and I went to Disneyland with my parents. Probably when I went to the beach with my aunt and cousin when I was a kid. Another great moment is when I was celebrating my sister's birthday when we went to Busch Gardens in Florida, and we went to the Halloween event and all that. I forget what it was called. It's like Hollow? Yeah, I think it's Hollow. I think that's what it's called in Busch Gardens in Florida. But, I really like that event. I love the spooky houses and stuff. Let's see, other happy moments in my life. Probably when I first discovered Dragon Ball Z, when I walked into the Funimation store in the mall in Florida when I was a kid, and I discovered, like, all sorts of different assortments of Dragon Ball Z goods and stuff. That was definitely a really great moment. Some aspects of my middle school life, I guess, when I was, just spend time with my friends, and we used to just hang out and do some crazy stuff in the woods and stuff. So, probably that. Those are some of the happiest moments of my life. What if Toka had twins? Well, all I can say is Toka's probably going to die if she has twins, because there's just no way her body's going to be able to support 2 twins and feeding both twins when she's having to weaken her body so much. Which would you prefer, an entire anime in CG or a colorized manga with music and voice acting? I personally don't really like CG. I mean, I try to avoid it. I mean, sometimes CG can be good. So I'd rather have a colorized manga with music and voice acting. I'm gonna be honest here. Because that shit can be pretty awesome. It can be. When will you do What Will Chibi Watch for Summer of Anime 2017? Most likely sometime early next week. Probably Monday, probably. That's where, and if at the earliest Friday this week. Either Friday this week or Monday next week. That's probably when the video will be up for that. What do you think of this? Very accurate, I'd say. Hey, you know about a good R18 Otome game? This girl needs some reverse harem shit. I want to be honest, I don't really know a lot of Otome games. Like, the only one that comes to mind is Amnesia, and I don't know if that's a 18+ game. But if you want a good visual novel, like an 18+ visual novel, I recommend Katawa Shoujo. Katawa Shoujo is a really good visual novel. You might have already played it or whatever, but that's a good one. Trying to think. Eroge. Eroge is pretty good too, so I recommend some Eroge if you haven't played that one too. So those are the two that come to mind, but I mean, I don't really know any like reverse harem ones. And so with that, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for all of you that gave me questions to answer. I do appreciate that. Without all of you, I wouldn't be able to make these videos, and also without all of you, I wouldn't be able to be here right now. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much, and you guys, you have a very, very wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.